Three straight. That's crazy to say, yo. The Chicago Bulls have not won 3 straight games. Their first 3-game straight win streak since February. What'd you drop? How? The Bulls' first 3-game win streak since February of 2019. As it was said best, this is a different team. This is a different Bulls team as I get all this stuff together in here for the live. Kid, what did you see that you liked tonight?
I saw a great flow. We have people stepping up that I didn't expect to. Garrett Temple, showing up in ways that I didn't expect. Really being aggressive, really taking some of the scoring, load off of Zach. Lowry doing his thing. I mean, the marksman really did step up in his regard. And Kobe White really trying to fit in his role too. Like I've been really critical of him. He actually did
18-8.
18-8.
18-8 for Kobe
I can't
White.
hate on that. I mean, realistically, that's a great stat line.
Yeah.
For our young point guard. So I love to see the direction we're going. I love how again I've been big on it. I've said it in the live. Billy is managing this team well. It just seems like everyone's getting an equal opportunity to kind of put their skill set to the forefront. He pulls them at the right moment, so no one feels as if they're being pulled too soon. It's not like he has them on a really short leash. He's just allowing them to grow, but also, coaching them in a way that gives us really competitive basketball. And we really showed up and showed out today. So defensively too, and we kept the turnovers down, which is really big. So I like what I saw today. It's actually a great sign. And shooting well from the field. I think we shot about 50% from the field, which is a really good stat. And it's necessary, especially if we're going to compete with the upper echelon of NBA teams today. So
Bulls able to move to 7-8 on the season. Now, here's the stat line for one. Zachary LaVine. Is this full name Zachary? Zach LaVine. 26, 6, and 9. 1 steal, 1 block. Zach LaVine has turned, not overnight, but has turned into what the Bulls have needed.
Absolutely.
He's been a guy who's putting up not just great offensive numbers, not great assist numbers, not great rebounding numbers, but we're also seeing great defense from Zach. Zach is stepping up on the best player on the other team and saying, listen, I'm guarding you. It's not Pat Will. I'm guarding you. And he's been in good positioning. He's played well. He's been aggressive on the defensive end. What have you liked from Zach LaVine, especially in this game, but just in this season in general? Because Zach LaVine, top 5 in scoring in the NBA right now.
What I liked about this game as opposed to the other ones, no forced shots. Everything kind of helping within the flow of the game. He took shots when we needed. He was aggressive when we needed, but he also, played the background when he didn't need to be as aggressive. Really efficient. 8 for 12 from the field. Thank you so much for that.
It's really high.
Thank you. 8 for 12 from the field. Again, great stat line. So again, only 12 shots put up, but he was really efficient. So that goes to show the type of player he is. So for him to really get the money, get that. Well, let's say, for him to really put up the points that he's putting up, still stick with his average and be as efficient as he is, man, pay that man his money, man. That man is going to be coming up for a contract real soon. I know people say it's too early to talk about it. It is not, because he's the key to our future. Without Zach LaVine, we are not in this position with this type of hope. I don't care who the coach is.
Yeah.
And so, hey, listen, man, that man's coming up. He's making his name known in Chicago, so I hope we keep him around.
And I like this from Olivero. Zach is not a defensive stopper. Just try, and I will ride with that. I think he's done more than just try, though. I think he's done more than just try. In this game, anyway, we've seen Zach come in and be able to step in and give the Bulls some nice stops, be able to be aggressive. And listen, we saw at a point where there was one play where Zach was in position on the play, just wasn't able to make the play, a nice layup, and he was mad about it. He was like, dang it, I missed that.
Yeah.
That's a mentality
Of a player trying to
I'm sorry.
Every possession.
Zach's quick. Zach can jump out of the gym.
He's tall and he's long enough.
He's tall. He's long. He should be a good defender. But it's all about having somebody to put that battery in your back and say, listen, You got to go out there and want this. You want to be one of the best players in the NBA? Put it on both ends.
Here's a common misconception with fans, and myself included. I've been a part of this too.
Yeah.
You rarely have someone who is a great offensive player and a lockdown defender defensively in today's NBA, right? And so what I see from Zach, he's not too far from being elite in any of those
I would say we've only got 3.
I would say we only have 3.
Kawhi, Jimmy Butler, and Paul George.
No, Paul George get too many. Now, it's
Paul George get a lot of game winners shot on him,
but he sticks good defense.
It's usually good defense and somebody knocking down a better shot.
And so I was actually going to go differently. I was actually going to say I was going to actually give Giannis that credit when Giannis actually sticks.
Giannis, okay, I'll give you that. Giannis too, okay.
Because when Giannis actually sticks like man to man, that player normally doesn't score.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And so that's what I was thinking of. So I mean, we got to give credit where credit is due. In today's league, he's actually one of the better defenders. And so I can't, especially when him having to carry so much of an offensive load for us so early in this season. Yeah, I can't really fault him for that. So I still hold him in that upper echelon of players right now. He's really stepped up. I tell you what, he's made the Devin Booker leap for me. Like, I put him over Devin Booker for me.
I would put him, from what I've seen this season, I would put him over Devin Booker. Because Devin Booker has been very up and down this season. Zach LaVine just hasn't. He's been consistent for the Bulls. And there's people that want to attack him for not hitting the game-winning shot. Listen, it's tough when you're put in that position 4 games in a row. He hit 1. He missed 3. I hate to tell y'all this. That's the average. That's the average.
No. Great.
Jimmy Butler is a freak of nature with how he does it. Jimmy Butler's already he's possibly top. I want to say as much as top 3, but I'm not sure about that. But I know he's top 5 in game-winning situation.
When you look at the percentages, and it all depends on, it's all speculative. It all depends on who's actually doing what the metric is and who's actually going by.
Yeah.
There is no NBA great over 27% in those positions. And those,
I think Jimmy is.
He ain't an NBA great yet.
Not yet.
So like
I know Mike. I don't think Mike is. I don't think Kobe was.
Mike and Kobe are in the low 20s, and LeBron is in the high 20s, but he has a higher percentage.
But the thing is, it's about how many times you're put in those positions. And listen, Zach's been put in those positions a lot. He has been. And I'm gonna be real with you. When you look at this Bulls team, when you look at where they're at right now, have they turned a corner? They just beat the Charlotte Hornets 123-110. Have they turned a corner? Are they at a point now where this is a team that you can say is going to end up winning more games than they're losing confidently throughout the season?
You know what? I believe so, because we had a tough start to our season. Like, if you look at,
bro, if you coming in and you're a struggling team, bro, and you're first, and listen, it's not getting easier. We still got our next 2 games are Lakers and Celtics.
I think we stack up well against the Celtics.
Agreed. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
But you have to look at the way the NBA is played now. Like, realistically, we played the Lakers in very short span. Like, normally in a normal season, we wouldn't play them back to back like this or so close to this. We played the Clippers the same way. We played Portland back to back. We played the top tier teams in the NBA really soon with our new coach, new system, rookie start, and all that stuff. We had a lot of things working against us, and now we're finally hitting a stride. And now we're stringing some wins together.
Right.
So I don't look at our record right now as, oh my God, we suck. I look at it as, okay, listen, we hit the toughest teams early. And now, if you look at the rest of the season, we actually have some teams that we compete and match up well against that I believe that we can pull it out. So it's going to even out in the long run. But that also goes to show you how quick this season is going, because before we know it, we're already talking about the supposed mid-season tournament. That's not too far away if that's still on the table. Depending on what COVID has in plan for that. So it's a lot of different things this season. So I just say, hey, listen, we are definitely turning the corner. We're gelling. We're in a rhythm. And that's all you can hope for. Like, listen, if we know what year this is for us. We're rebuilding, whatever you want to call it. We know we're evaluating our talent this year.
Yeah.
If we go out against the best of the best this year and we compete and we take them to the wire, why wouldn't you take that?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you take that? That gives us hope for the future, and that lets us know, hey, we got a coach that's worth his salt. We got a GM and that's willing to make moves. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll take that. It doesn't have to. This is not a bang or bust season for us. If we can just show, again, incremental improvements, we got to win. We got winning culture coming in a short time. So
I really like what I've seen from we kind of talked about it during the game, but just Billy Donovan. Just Billy Donovan alone, how he's had to deal with COVID, he's had to deal with injury, he's had to, and these were things in a season before that would have killed the Bulls.
Absolutely.
These are things that in a season before would have destroyed them for that game. If we were missing Larry Markkinen for 5-6 games, over. If you're missing Zach LaVine, Satoransky, if you're missing these guys, we're saying, well, the Bulls have never been healthy. And you know what? Other teams don't say that. And you know why? Because there's a coach in place where when he's not healthy. Let me tell you something. You know when we didn't say that? We didn't think we were going to the NBA Finals, but we never said that when Derrick Rose was hurt. Because we knew Tom Thibodeau was going to put some guard in place and say, go out, do your job.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
That's what we have right now with Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan is out here. He's putting different lineups together almost every night because somebody's hurt right now. Wendell out with a little bit of a right hip contusion due to Denzel Valentine. But by the way, am I doing push-ups?
Let me go.
Find out if I'm doing push-ups here. Jay Crit in the chat, appreciate you, my boy. The thing to me is you have to be able to adapt. And this is the most adaptable Bulls team I've seen in a long time. This is the most adaptable Bulls team I've seen in a long time. And honestly, one of the deepest Bulls teams that I've seen in a long time. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna ask y'all this in the chat as well. Is this bench deeper than the bench mob? Is this bench better than the bench mob? Because we're seeing players go 10, 11 deep in double figures. I think 8 tonight for the Bulls, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 8 tonight for the Bulls? Let me know in the chat.
You know what? I'm going to say no, just because the game has kind of changed.
Game has absolutely changed.
And with the
Taj Gibson's coming off your bench there. You had a lot more big guys, Nazir Muhammad, CJ Watson.
The game has changed. The shots of depth, the shot selection has definitely changed. Mm-hmm. And so at this pace, I can't say that bench wouldn't have put up equal or better numbers. Yeah. You know, I will just say that comparatively, they give us the same feel.
They absolutely give me that same feel. Like I don't feel a feeling of dread when my stars aren't in the game.
There you go. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like last year, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think Sato was good. Because last year I'd watch him and I'd be like, oh my God, Sato's coming in. But you know why? Because Sato was the best guard on the team. That's when it's a problem. When the best point guard on your team is Satoransky, that's when it's a problem.
Almost dropped it.
Don't drop it.
Hey, listen, you might not be doing push-ups.
Hey, I see 82 people in the live, man. If y'all in here, like the video, subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly, and we don't want you to miss things. Make sure that you hit that bell. Man, I really enjoyed what I saw. The Bulls shot at 51% tonight, and Charlotte didn't do a bad job either. 49%. That really speaks to the Bulls being able to just be able to get the good shots, be able to capitalize on Charlotte's misses. I really love I'm gonna be honest with you. I love what we're seeing from this. The Bulls are 9th in the East. I see people keep saying that in the chat.
Listen, the spread between where we are now and 6 isn't much. It's not even 6. It's 4.
Yeah.
And so we are still very much so in the race of being a playoff team. And you got to also consider this. Some of those teams now have tougher opponents coming up on their schedule, while our schedule gets easier. And so with that trade-off there, as long as we win the games that we're capable of winning, we're going to be a playoff team. I'm
going to tell you this. I'm going to go one step further from you. Bulls are 6-8. They're 3.5 games back from the number 1 seed. 7-8. I'm sorry. They are 3.5 games back. Oh yeah. This hasn't updated yet. So it might even be different. They might even be 2.5 games
here's the
back
interesting thing.
From the number 1 seed. I don't know if Philly played tonight.
The Nets are losing to the Cavs again.
Nets are 9-7. Here's your standings right now. Philly 10-5, which Philly is leading.
Yo, Embiid is going nuts.
Is he?
That dude.
I haven't watched the Philly game all season.
They got him as
I'm not
MVP.
Lie to you.
If the season stopped right now, he's MVP.
Well, we're 15 games in. But yes.
I mean, come on.
Boston 8-5, Milwaukee 9-6, Indiana 8-6, Brooklyn 9-7, the Hawks 7-7, Cleveland 7-7, the Knicks 8-8. The Knicks are a playoff team, by the way, y'all. The Knicks are a playoff team right now. Orlando 7-8, Bulls are 7-8, Miami right now 6-7, Charlotte is now 6-9, Raptors 5-9. So I mean that's your breakdown right there. That's what you're competing with. That's what you're competing with. It's all right there for you. It's all right there for you. We are in a position where we can continue to get better.
And must have prayed because Denzel Valentine took 5 threes and only hit 2, which means he missed more than he made.
I didn't pray for it, but I'm going to still do the push-ups after because I'm built like a dumpling right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad look. It's a bad look is what I'm saying. I'm looking bad out here, bro. I'm looking bad out here.
What Clutch say? Sexy? We got to get
sexy is too far. Sexy is too far. Sexy is too far.
Sexy back?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, listen, Orlando is definitely going to fall off. I did not expect the Knicks to make the rise that they're making, but they are playing good basketball right now. Ironically, we have the Nets falling until they find some players to shore up those 3 spots that they have emptied on their bench.
Right.
They're going to be falling for a while because KD is going to be a day-to-day as he's coming off an injury and stuff like that. So it's a lot of gelling that has to happen there. So ironically, I actually see us rising as the Nets fall a little bit. I think the Pacers are expected to fall a little bit.
Yeah.
I've mentioned that before because they don't have Karis LeVert after they got rid of Oladipo, who was a big 20 points for them a game. Man, listen, I'm and then we're beating out. Obviously, we're a better team than Charlotte right now. Well, at least we can compete and we hold our own against them. So at this point, I can see us being like a 6 or 7 seed. I'm not even a 6 or 5.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on a limb here with you. The Bulls are learning how to dominate a game. Over 100 in the chat, by the way.
Yep.
The Bulls are learning how to dominate a game.
Let's wait till we play some real competition first.
But when we played the real competition, we honestly, the Bulls dominated that game and then struggled to hold on to it.
We did not dominate the Lakers.
No, Clippers. Clippers, we were up big on, but at a time when we didn't hold on to it, and you lost 3 games in a row that way.
Here's my take on the Clippers. The Clippers are the inverse of the Lakers. They so talented that they really be like, oh, okay, we're gonna win this game. They're like, oh snap, they could actually ball. And then it's like
it says sexiest barred from this show.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. But no, seriously, like I think the Clippers let their foot off the gas too much because they're overconfident, which is a very bad thing. Just how they got put out last season, right? And so we can see some coaching changes happening there because I can guarantee that's a coaching thing, right? That's a culture thing. We're not doing well against those teams, but we should.
It's not that we're not doing well. I can't say that. We're not winning.
We should be dominating the Hornets.
And I think we did tonight.
We should hold our own against the Cavaliers, who, despite what you all say,
Cavaliers
are legit.
Hey, shout out to that man, fam.
Garland and Sexton.
Colin Sexton, bro, 7 points a game. 7 points a game. He's improved his game. He went from 20 points a game to 27 points a game. And I'm sorry, bro. He's the focal point. Like, it's not like, oh, well, of course he's getting more touches. No, he's getting the same amount of touches he got last year. He improved his game 7 points a game. That boy's a problem. But
I think we're going to match up well against the Celtics, who are 8-5 right now, and losing against the 76ers, who, again, are on a roll. Listen, I'm actually that's another thing. This is why we need just a general sports show.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think Brad Stevens should be fired. That's a whole different thing. I think Brad Stevens should be fired. Like, there's no way you've had this much talent through all these years.
Yeah.
And you've done you can say, oh, they made it we ain't been back since. I say we, but I think there's something wrong with him at that point. They need a different voice there. Because it's been the same system and they haven't won anything. And they haven't won anything. They've been a favorite at least once.
Listen, it's not like he ain't got the talent.
He definitely has the talent.
Hey, I'm gonna put this scenario out there for you. Does Doc Rivers come back home? Because I guess he's from here, but does he go back to Boston where he won his championship?
Oh yeah, I think he goes back.
If Brad Stevens is removed?
Well, Brad Stevens Doc Rivers is coaching the 76ers right now.
Oh, that's right. No wonder they killing.
Listen.
They're primed for a 3-1 lead to be blown.
Hey. Man, listen. Joel Embiid is not missing a beat right now. So,
yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. Michael what's the name? Galiando. What do you think about a trade for Lonzo Ball or Steven Adams? I'm gonna be real with you. If your team keeps growing like this with good veterans on that team, now Lonzo I'd be somewhat interested in, but I wouldn't trade for Lonzo. Lonzo's gonna be a free agent at the end of the season. Sign him.
I wouldn't trade for Lonzo.
Sign him.
Steven Adams is actually interesting because I think he kind of shows up what we're missing.
I don't know what Steven Adams' contract is.
That's a good point.
But I would be interested in seeing that.
I like Steven Adams, though.
I would like Steven Adams in a Bulls jersey.
Yeah.
I think that's something we could get behind.
Yeah, I mean, would you take Steven Adams over Wendell Carter?
Right now, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Would you take him over Thaddeus Young?
Thad's really a 4. He shouldn't be playing the 5.
Steven Adams plays the 4 and the 5.
I think Thad gives you more off. Thad gives you more on both ends. I take Thad. Thad gives you more on the defensive end and the offensive end. Thad can guard a 3. He can guard a 2. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'd take Thad for sure. But I definitely take him for and a good point. Steven Adams already played for Billy 121 in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. I think here's the thing. Let's look ahead. We got the Lakers next tomorrow. Yeah. There's been some discussion on whether we're going to call that game live or not. We will see what comes from that. I will let you guys know before the game starts whether we're calling these next couple games live or not. Just stuff that's coming up, but we will have videos talking about the game for sure. You've seen the Lakers.
Yep.
You've seen what the Lakers can do. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers have continued on their run. But I would argue that the Bulls gave the Lakers the biggest scare they've had all season. For losing a game. Warriors won. That's not a scare. You lost. That's not a scare. You lost.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't have lost. That's what I say.
They shouldn't have lost. I get that. But Bulls have been one of the more competitive teams the Lakers have played. I'll say that. How do you see them faring in this game tomorrow?
Looks like they got AD back.
AD is back.
LeBron. They're clicking. They just won a game.
I mean, that's it, really. But I mean, we could throw what's his name in there.
I'm not expecting us to win that game.
We could throw a Wes Matthews. We could throw I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I'm not expecting us to win that game.
I think that's a game where I could see the Bulls coming away with it.
I'm not going to put that type of pressure on us to do so.
Jay Kanagawa. Is that Korean in the chat I see? Is that Korean?
I'm not going to put that pressure on us because we have too many. Listen, Pat Will did great against LeBron. Was disciplined, guarded him well. But that was LeBron without AD.
Debo's not wrong, though. The refs screwed us against the Lakers. We were all in here calling that game. Pissed the entire time.
Yeah,
like, yo, what is going on? Like, bro, I've never seen a game. I've watched a lot of Bulls games where LeBron gets calls for him. I'm going to be real with you. That was one of the first games where I was like, y'all are blatantly doing this. Like, blatantly. You are clearly calling fouls for LeBron.
And here's the thing, though. The question was asked earlier, do we think we have the best bench? I think the Lakers actually have the best bench.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Lakers got a nice bench.
Their bench is cold.
Yeah, Lakers got a nice bench.
I mean, you got Montrezl Harrell off the bench.
Yeah.
You got Wesley Matthews off the bench.
You're right. That's the best. That's the best bench.
That's the best.
That's the best bench.
Right. And that Tyler Horter Tucker from the town, from Simeon here. I mean, he's talented.
Quinn? Quinn Cooks?
Tyler
no, you talk about the rookie. The rookie. Yeah.
Second year.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, he's so cold.
I think Quinn Cooks is from here too, ain't he?
He might be.
I think Quinn Cooks is from out here as well.
I think they have they really got a squad.
Yeah.
And so realistically, I'm not expecting us to come out with a win or with a fully loaded Lakers team.
Right.
But I am expecting it to be competitive and well coached. And I'm just looking for us, if we do have an opportunity to win, to see how we handle it.
Man, we got 134 in the chat. If we can get them likes up, man, I really appreciate it. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss things, so make sure that you hit that bell. You missed that one. It's on you. It's on me, baby. But I mean, that's a tough matchup. You can't take the only way to say that is you're the underdogs coming in. Like you're clearly the underdogs coming in, but I could see the Bulls coming out of that game, and I believe it's in the United Center, if I'm not mistaken, coming out of that game with a win.
Tomorrow?
And tomorrow. And mainly because they've seen we seen the Bulls when they've seen an opponent before?
Yeah, Lakers come to us tomorrow.
Have we seen the Bulls when they've seen an opponent? Like previously, I mean, we saw them versus Washington early, but that was kind of like
the only team.
I think that's the only team we've had the double up against.
No, Portland.
Have we played? We haven't played 2 against Portland, have we?
I think we did.
I don't think so.
I'll look it up real quick.
But this is the first time we're really going to see a team. And
Wizards. We did Wizards.
Wizards, I knew. Yeah, that's why I said the Wizards. This is the first time we're really going to see a team that is a great team, a competitive team that is coming in, and you've seen what they've done before, and you've taken them to the wire. You have that confidence against them. You might be able to look at this team and say, "Yo," and Donovan is right. Didn't we play? We played Houston twice, I believe. I think Donovan is right.
We played the Thunder twice.
During the season, or is that preseason? I thought that was preseason.
Played Wizards twice.
Yep.
We played.
We played Dallas twice, and we won both of those. Oh, we swept Dallas. We swept Dallas, yo. I just thought about that.
We were supposed to play. This was supposed to be
Boston. This would have been the second Boston meeting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We played Pacers, got blown out.
But think about that. We saw Dallas the first time. Even with Luka and Porzingis in the lineup the second time, the Bulls still pretty much held their own that entire game.
Yeah, we played.
So I want to see how this team reacts when you've seen this team before. You know what this team is bringing, and I mean with the Lakers even more so because you had LeBron out there, no AD, but you had LeBron out there. You've seen them before. You know what LeBron's going to bring. What can you do to combat that? And that's really what I want to see from this Bulls team going into this next game.
I see Gafford starting just because I think he's going to be able to body up with AD.
Well, it's also a matter of if Wendell is.
You're not. Yeah, of course. Oh,
is healthy.
That if he's healthy, but like you're not stopping AD. AD is getting his money.
Yeah,
you're not stopping.
No, that'll be a long night for DG.
But you just want to be able to contain and defend well, right? Like you're not stopping LeBron.
Yeah.
You just want to defend well. Right. And so that's why we praise Pat Will for just being disciplined and stuff like that. But LeBron's going to get his numbers.
Yeah.
AD's going to get his numbers. I think our focus should be just stopping everybody else.
Yeah.
We stop everybody else. If KCP, if you watch the Lakers, he really be killing people. Like, if you can limit his.
KCP has come out of nowhere, bro. Because last season.
Hey, like, I didn't know why they were so high on him. He was trash.
Trash, bro. Trashy trash.
I was totally like, when they gave up Clarkson
to
keep him,
bro.
I was like,
and when he, I think everybody collectively in the United States realized that when Bron threw that 3 ball out and that mug said, pong. It's like, I've never heard an NBA ball hit that hard, bro.
Man.
I've never heard an NBA ball hit that hard.
Man,
Jonathan said they bullied KCP into being a good player.
They did something.
Ain't no lie. We definitely bullied KCP.
Because
bro, because of that missed shot.
He was trash. I don't care what nobody said. He was bad trash. But you know what? The Lakers is just deep though, man. Because even if let's take AD out of it.
Yeah.
Marc Gasol may be in his twilight years.
Yeah.
But it's still Marc Gasol.
True.
He still can get boards with our bigs. He can still bang with our bigs if they fed him. You know? I'm so glad they got rid of Dwight Howard though.
T-Mac said, "What you talking about with Brad Stevens?"
What you mean? I said fire him.
You said he should be fired.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I doubled down on it. I don't see the comment. You know, I go extra harder. I got a whole case in point.
Oh, Jonathan, right. I tweaked. That wasn't KCP. That was Danny Green. Danny Green is still trash.
Danny Green is on Philly right now, ain't he?
Still trash.
I think he's doing well in Philly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and stay still trash.
No.
Danny Green is a little bit further along Denzel Valentine with a ring.
No.
Danny Green best years. Danny
bro.
Green best years were in San Antonio, and he hasn't been good since he left. That's a heck of a system. Denzel Valentine might be able to get it.
No.
What's his numbers right now? Let's see a Danny Green numbers. Before we get out of here, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, but I'm going to get these Danny Green numbers.
I mean, that ain't good.
I'm telling telling you, G. Hold up. Don't tell me his numbers yet. Is my flashlight on? What the?
Yes.
Oh no, don't tell me his numbers yet, because you give me his numbers, and then I'm gonna give you Denzel Valentine's numbers. We're gonna do this, and I really want to see what this man is bringing to the table. Hold on. All right,
what kind of point we proving right now?
Just give me his numbers. I'm just telling you, he's not good
this season.
Yeah,
he's 9, 3, and 2.
What's his shooting percentages?
38.2%.
I'll combat you with that. With 7, 1, and 4, 42% from the field, 41% from 3. That's actually pretty good. 41% from 3 is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Denzel Valentine is better. Denzel Valentine is better.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh man. We really appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Who do you got winning the next game, bro?
I got Lakers by a thin margin. I got Lakers by 5.
Okay.
I got Lakers by 5.
I'm gonna go Bulls. If we were betting, I would say 2 in the hook, but I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say Bulls by 2. Y'all let us know before we get up out of here who y'all have winning the next game. Bulls, Lakers. I believe that is a 7:00 game. Let me make sure. I will let y'all know beforehand whether we're gonna go live.
For the crown.
Always, bro. Always, man. Shout out to Crit. With the crown. Got us the gangster set too. Like I feel like we in Harlem Nights over here. That Bulls game is at 8. They actually moved that game. They moved the time of that game. So that Bulls game is at 8, man. We appreciate y'all for joining, man. We one big family in here, man. I love seeing. I'm gonna tell you what I love seeing. I love seeing mugs in the chat, literally just like, "Hey, yo, Crit, I'll holler at you in the next game, bro. Hey, yo, Jay Will, I'll see you later, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that, bro. We a family out here. Dang, Zach is, bro. It's so simple, but it's fresh than a mug.
He just got a white jacket,
black jacket, white tee, fresh. It's all about the waves, though. He getting them waves together.
It's a great looking jacket, though.
It's a great. That's a $1,500 jacket.
Probably.
Hey, yo, we're gonna get up out of here. It is your boy Pat, the designer, P Kid, back at it again as always. It's your boy. Make sure y'all continue to like the video, subscribe to the page. We will have new content coming your way tomorrow as well. Check the links in the description below if you're not already surprised, or if you just want to keep watching our Chicago Bulls content. You ain't ready for bed yet? Hey, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago.